Everybody, I see major roads on there. Let it snow. Buddy, we got rain right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Mir, what's up? Kenneth. Dude, thank you very much for that, buddy. I appreciate that. This right here is the skid right here. This is not a grader blade. So that right there is important to how this vehicle runs. So apparently my stuff updated and I can't just do just this one screen on here. It won't allow me to do this. So I'm trying to show only this frame, which usually allowed me to just get all the comments down below, but now I got to look at my head down there too, which is also backwards. All right, actually now yesterday's news. Now we have the Vanquish H10. Yeah, buddy, you go right ahead. I don't want any part of that. Viking RC, what's up? Level on its own. Hello, everyone. Mr. Joe, what's up, buddy? Paul King, what's up? Enlighten. Enlighten, did you put your videos up? Because you had some that you've been itching to put up, man. He's been wanting to post videos all day long. Actually, for over a week now. I've been like, no, just hold on, hold on. What's up, Chainsaw? Yours is in the mail now, buddy. Gems, Frankie Mabry, what's up, buddy? So, Daddy J. Rob Connett, what's up? Mark. Yes, it's finally going to be cold here. My hair is really good, too. Am I going to be at DFD February the 9th? I'm not exactly sure. What's on February 9th? I know the weekend right after that is going to be our winter actually, no, the weekend after that is going to be Cottons, I think. And our winter series is going to be the weekend after that. Well, I'll probably have to host something here for that weekend. I'm not sure yet. What's up, Grizzly? Low and slow, thank you, buddy. Endo, my cars are with Exocaged sticker. I'm in the U.S. Street Nationals. Any cards with Exocaged sticker on U.S. Street? I doubt it. That's not really my forte there. Ace Ventura Viking. Yeah, my hair has been like this all day. The wife has been threatening to cut it, so I'm kind of like, should I really cut my hair or not? So a lot of times this is why I'm wearing a hat up there. Plus I got the microphone hanging off of it. But hey, I can actually show you all of this stuff right here. That skid is everything. It really is. I've got a low profile brand new 900 LP on order. So when that gets here, I'll be able to fix that issue right there, because that has actually hung me up a few times. But yeah, and hopefully once this chassis sales cool down, I got to make one of these to fit the AR-45 axial rear. So I definitely need one for that. So Mark Gross, yes, buddy. Enlighten, I'm trying to download one now. Bad service up here. We make the other two, can't find them. Neil Murray. I'm gonna melt down with all the orders. Dude, I have been busy. Let me see what I've got right now. I've been stocking up for over a week on all the parts that were done, per se, you know. Some of them, like the bed cab and all that, they're on the printers right now. I just finished them up last night. I just got the final print on those last night. So, and as time goes on, I'm going to be producing different colored effects or different color prints and all that as I get other filament in. So I will be able to offer probably, like, 10 at a time here and there. A full set of blues, maybe a full set of reds or something like that, just to kind of change things up a little bit. So that's something that's going to happen. Also, different products and all for this. Like my buddy Viking RC is wanting me to try to somehow fit a 1500 milliamp battery in here. I told him if it's possible, it's probably going to have to go sideways in front of the motor down into there, and then you'll need the auxiliary piece back here to hold everything on. So After Chinese Lunar New Year, after their big holiday, the game plan is to order some Mias parts in, some of these axles right here, some of the other parts, and just start stocking some of their stuff. So that's part of the game plan. Get motivated on the build. Yes, sir, Mumford. It's the same. Joshua, heck yeah, buddy. Perfect hair, man. We have a preference on the chassis, 3D print or carbon fiber. Dude, I've got all those carbon fibers in there. I think if I build another one, which I will, it's going to be the carbon fiber. But really, this print is doing just fine for me. I mean, it really is. I mean, I don't have any issues with the printed ones. And one for the Vanquish F10 axles. Yep, Viking, I've been getting requests for the F10 axles as well. I am not leaking anything, I don't think. I hope not. No. What I can't leak what's down there, but yeah. You sure you're not leaking that? One for the Vanquish F10. Did they all sell out? They are not all sold out yet. If they all were sold out, then you'd be looking at a week's delay. Just trying to get all the parts printed and all that. Literally, I was on Bamboo today, and my finger was on the buy button for another P1S. I think maybe once once it kind of calms down, it'll be steady and I can keep up with what I've got. It's just hit like crazy today, and thank you guys so much for the support. I really do. Thank you guys so much. King Kong went out to Cali Reefs event this past Saturday. Really got to put the Muse skid to the test. It held up awesome. Got some drag marks on it. Yeah, dude. What I do when I test something, I look at that like this right here. I look at it and I see, okay, what's hitting and where. And I look at, can I make more clearance there so it doesn't hit? But if I make more clearance, does it weaken it or make things, not where it needs to be? So, but yeah, this right here works great. I just got the Juice Up Edition Hobby Wing Brushes 3S. Juice Up Edition Hobby Wing. I haven't seen that one. Next is a BDMF. I don't know about that. We'll have to see what's going on with my... Well, this right here is doing good, so we'll have to see how it goes. I'm going to do a complete kit on the Execution. A complete kit? Maybe after Chinese New Year, when I can get the axles and transmissions and all that in, perhaps I could put together a full slider. As in, like, put your electronics in and go with it. If I do a full RTR kit, then or RTR truck, then it's probably going to cost a bunch of money, to be honest with you. It's much cheaper for you to buy the thing and do it yourself, honestly. I want to show you guys Fine Laser Designs. Actually made a body kit for this thing. So if you don't like body clips, you can go to Fine Laser Designs and actually order this, which fits in the chassis front and back. So yeah, Fine Laser Designs has already got it going on. I've been working with him for over a week trying to figure out all the geometries and all of that. Perry Craft, what's up, buddy? Nova, Dronzen, Space Gadget, Zach, Byron, Andrew, a complete kit would work for me. Not trying to hunt for parts past electronics. Remember, some of us are caring for 500 RCs. I'm not at 500 RCs. Thank goodness. But a complete kit, you're talking with shocks and everything. I'd have to, that would be kind of pricey, but it's totally doable. I'll buy a roller if I had it. A roller or a slider? Well, Engineer Dan, as far as a kit without axles, I mean, I basically have that. I have that now. You just got to put in your transmission and electronics and shocks. So when I forgot to order the back axle skid. Robert, well, I've got the bed for yours, I believe it is, on the printer right now. I believe that one is still in there on the printer. So if you go to the website and put that skid on your, or order the skid, I'll refund the shipping to you and just put it in with this package I got for you. To get myself, can I borrow $1? I need some coffee. Thank you, Perry. I really appreciate that, buddy. All right, Remuse. The capper axles are hard to get right now, so that's what I'm saying. Because they're about, in just a couple of days, they're starting their Chinese New Year. I've got a last minute order in at Vidavon to try to get here in time. If I can get that here in time, it'll be phenomenal. Or if he can get it shipped in time, that would be even better. Yes, everything minus wheels, tires, servos, and electronics. Hardware. I think 700 would get it done, but at this point you're going to be waiting a while because I don't have axles. The axles are hard to get right now. I have a 4-wheel steer set, but just so you guys know, we tried 3 different rear axles in this to try to make it 4-wheel steer, and we kept having side shift issues because of the lack of triangulation at the top. They spread out, and that takes away your triangulation back here. But the front, now this may have a little bit of slop in it because I've been beating on this for a while. Very little side shift. Notice how I've got all this set up. If you get these axles, watch this right here. I want to show you. See that shock right there? Do you see that offset that I got on the DravTech or the Deluxe shock? See that? This is why right here. Oh, if I can show this. Look at that. This is how you get all that turned right here. Look. And then these links, they're angled in. Now, can you have clearance issues with the servo mount? Yeah, you can. It can kind of bump that. You can kind of shade the corner a little bit, but you can get all this turn out of the thing. So that's the big deal with these axles. And things are going to happen. Just stay tuned. I'm going to leave it at that. I got parts sitting here waiting for my EXOCUTiONER. 400 lifted subs. Gifted subs. 400 gifted subs. Man, that's a bunch. A short course race says 13.5. I'm guessing that's the motor turns. I want to race an arm. Okay, Blue Eye. 13.5 is a 2-pole race motor. Those motors are more responsive to timing than a 4-pole motor. So that's why they use them. So if you're going to get an Arm of Fury, you will have to fit a 13.5 turn motor. The issue you're going to have is fitting that 13.5 turn motor. Clayton has done it because the wires that come out the side of the motor, like say this will get into the chamber where your motor slides into. So you have to get a little bit creative in there to make this work. So you have to get a little bit creative to make that work. Can it be done? Clayton did it. So if Clayton can do it, you can do it. You want to make a battery tray for this unit will hold larger than an 850. Well, Marcus, Viking has asked me to do this with a 1500. So if I do a 1500 battery mount, because I do know some of you guys want bigger batteries, and you keep the Fusion, about the only place I can possibly see putting that is laying it flat across the top. That's all I can see, and basically I gotta see if it'll fit to fit that 1500 in there, because this is really tight in here. I mean, look at where the servo comes up. It comes up in front of the receiver. Maybe you can see it. Look at your battery tray. Look at how close it is to the drive shaft at full compression. I mean, I have used almost all the space in here. And that was my goal, to not leave any wasted space in front of the motor. I like all of my stuff inside the frame. But I know some guys like sliders and do all that. This truck doesn't need sliders. It's the whole skid is the slider. Now, there are holes on the skid. It's going to be hard to show you guys here. You can see a little bit of them right there. There are 3 holes. They are 10 millimeters apart. And this is so when you guys, if you guys have CAD skills and all that, you'll have 3 holes that you can work, simple 10 millimeter separation, where you can make your own sliders or something like that. I really would love to see guys build their own parts and pieces for this. If they want to stretch it crazy in the back and put a bearing carrier, a drive shaft carrier, I'd love to see it. I really want you guys to build this truck. And I've had a few guys order the truck. All they ordered were the rails, the front right here, and the skid. That's all they ordered, because hopefully they've got skills and they're going to build everything else around it. That would be awesome. I really want the aftermarket support on this. So hopefully I'll be able to see some of that once this thing gets out. Chainsaw. We have a guy with a mullet on the front, which is a center front diff, and he has made that work. VRD axles work. As a matter of fact, I got to tell you guys, so I can save this picture right here. If I can save this picture, I want to enlighten it. And I want to show you this truck that was out here today. And anybody that's out here in Middleburg with me, they can tell you it's been rainy, nasty, and cold all day. So I'm going to lighten this picture up a lot here so I can show this to you. This is my buddy James, and his is set up. Look at how long the front links are, because he has a servo on top of the VRD axle. So that is stretched out up front, but he's brought the back in. It's about 13.5-inch wheelbase now. So, but he took this right here in the rain and went up Sam. He said he drove everything out there in the rain. And he was on cheat code inserts. And when these inserts get cold, they get stiffer. It's a thermally active material. This is why I try to do the Pro Codes. The Pro Codes, they have the foams on here, and that's just something that I prefer. I like the Pro Codes. Plus, they're cheaper to make, they're cheaper to sell, they're cheaper for you to get. They just take a little more of your time to set up. But that's on you. All right, let me see here. Only 6 millimeters more. Yeah, but that 6 millimeters, I can't even fit that 850 in here and then have this sit flush with the frame. See how that sits down there? You can raise this up, and then you're going to have to watch your body, because you could get into your body over here. But I'm sure people will come up with their own body mounts and all that, but I want to keep everything as flat, low as possible here. And that's what the goal is. So I've got to keep everything within a confined space, something that I would run. So that's kind of the biggest thing that I want to do. Let me see. You'll have to split the chassis, then put the motor in for the Fury or Gorg. Yep. Look at what Clayton's telling you right here. This is how you're going to have to do it. I have not tried megalithic tires on the Executioner, because honestly, I need to order another set of these wheels, because these Capra axles or Capra width, I mean, look at the clearance here. Look at how these are set up. Now, these are Pro Codes, and they have an offset built into them to pull the tire in to near it. The wheel nut is the farthest thing sticking out of this. Look at that. So the fronts are a little bit wider because you got to clear the knuckles and all that. But yeah, I could order another set of these. I've got another set of megalithics. And megalithics are such a good tire. They really are. But I am still liking these tires right here a lot. All right. Let me see here. Trade you weathered. Yes, am I right? I never watch his vids anymore. Did Joe make this kit from the ground? Perry. Yes, I designed this from the ground up. In today's video, when I introduced it, I put a bunch of parts on the table. Broken parts, incrementally built parts, all that stuff, to where I got to where I'm at now. I started the project, I guess, technically over a year ago, and I just did not have the CAD skills to make it happen. Over time came around, I ended up getting a Neptune Plus printer, which had a large enough bed to print a frame. So with that printer, I'm like, I can make this happen now. So I did. This is the black carbon. This is the blue ice carbon, as I call it. It's like a silver blue. And then the red really didn't turn out to be red. It's more of a maroonish pink looking color. If you want to do a breast cancer awareness chassis, there you go. And yes, I have sold a couple of them actually. But all right, let me get back to you guys here. Courtney, what's up? Brian Button, that's why I got a complete kit as far as I can tell. A set of reels with a skid, front link set, work with F10s, right? I do believe they will work with F10s, especially if you got the servo behind the axle. I'm pretty sure they'll go right in, especially because, I mean, this is built for servo behind the axle, all right? So hopefully that will work out for you. And the rods, I mean, they're adjustable to a certain degree. You know, you can adjust them back and forth a little bit. So hopefully you can make it work. If you have any issues, email me a video, picture, and all that so I can know what to tell the next guy that's wanting to do this. So I do need all the feedback on this. Why do you want to get the full steer VS Capra axle, but can't find them? You'll be able to get them soon, buddy. I just saw myself pick my nose up in the bottom out there. Right there, look out there. Come on, come on. There we go. There's a heck of a delay. Be good. All right, Perry, thank you, buddy. The cheat codes were good for me until they hardened up so badly and stayed that way. Yeah, Justin, when it's cold, buddy, they will, just hang on to them. When the summer rolls around and things start warming up, you'll be good to go. All right, let me see here. Should I get the Creighton 6S or the 4S? Should I get the Sledge? Short dirt track, man. Both, all those will work. The Creighton 6S is a beast, though. Farting cold hearing, yep. Corrigan, Craig, all sneaking, Einstein. Let me see here. I need one like the Exo bouncers. I need one, yeah. I still have a bunch of stock as well. I have frames and stuff. I'm starting to get low on all my printed stuff. So I've got things in. Rose, that is a rose color, isn't it? Be enough for Tusk 40. American, I believe so. Yeah, if you're going to run the 2.2 Tusk 525s, I would definitely get the longer link set for it. I would. The size of the front links. I've posted them a few times. Let me find the picture and I'll show you guys. I know I've posted them a few times. I've sent them out a few times. Let me see if I can find this picture. If I find it, I'll just hold it up to the screen for you guys. It should be here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Now, the front links, this is what I'm running on the fronts. The rears, I've actually got a little bit shorter set of links on the rear. Everybody got that? All right. With the same hairstyle. Watcher. What's going on, everyone? Hit that like button. Thank you, Addicted. Can you change up the dimensions of the battery tray for a different size battery? Within reason. The most battery you can get is when you buy the when you get the front piece, which I don't have one on here, for the Outrunner style motors. This is more of a what I call an open floor plan. At that point, you can put a larger battery in it. But the 650, for me, I get 20, 30 minutes out of a single 650 battery. Not 2 months after I got them, 3 comps, well, they became so hard, I've been bouncing everywhere. That's interesting. I have no idea why that one happened. 2 Tusk 5 have been too big for all my builds so far. Well, The longer set wheelbase might be your thing, American. Andrew, will you be selling T? I can sell you the letter T all day long. I mean, I could write one on a piece of paper, put it in an envelope, and ship it to you. Courtney, hi, how are you? Mando, what's up? Will Darby, Marcus, that red chassis should be called a female crevasse. Placed big order, execute a link, skid, pro codes, all extras. All right, cool. Yes, sir. What's up? All about the Vanquish releasing the same day as. I had no idea Vanquish was going to release anything. But theirs is a whole different ball game. Theirs is something. If you put that one on the same course against the Executioner, you're really going to make that truck look stupid. They are not in the same realm. They are just not there. Chassis in the UK. Well, I'll be selling my chassis in the UK. The website is a setup for overseas shipping or out of country shipping. So you should be able to get it over there. Order your chassis and all the parts needed. The blue set. The blue is nice. It really is. New Hubby Crawlmaster motor. Oh, yeah. I saw that. That looks like a really nice motor. And you should be able to run the Outrunner style front end on that. It should fit. You were talking about earlier. What's the advantage of using an Outrunner motor? Usually it's torque. You can get a lot of torque in an Outrunner motor. Now, the size of the rotor does matter, okay? But you can get, just by the design and the torque, this is on the outside, it's pretty much about the same torque. I mean, when it comes to crawlers, I'd choose this over this any day. When it comes to something you're going to bash around with and jump with, I would choose this every day. It's just kind of one of those things that you got to just figure out what you want to do with your vehicle and gear it and power it accordingly. UNF pool. Okay, what happened at the University of North Florida pool? No, a VFD, nothing VFD is going to fit this. You've got three options. You've got the OD3, and actually the Deluxe Fab is the originator of the OD3. I actually had the OD3 off of Amazon cheap, and I didn't even realize it was a Deluxe knockoff. But yeah, the OD3, the Deluxe Portal transmission, and the Reefs transmission. Those are your only three options right now. And it's because you only have 65 millimeters between the chassis rails. That's all you got to play with. There's no room for an old three gear with dig or anything like that. There just isn't room for it. Paddle Tough 1.8 crate besides the Dumont. I haven't done a sand paddle video in a long time. I don't know what to tell you on that one. Courtney Dickey, what are you asking for here? What did Courtney ask for? I'm trying to scroll up. I see a yes up here. Satrum 85 amp 3300 kV. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking for. On how much? I ran 3 courses with a 650 milliamp Executioner on Sunday. Yeah, dude, those 650s are good, and they got enough power to handle a direct power servo too. You don't end up with a bunch of people crying and complaining, blaming everybody other than their own stupidity at choosing a tiny battery that doesn't have enough amps to power the truck. But, you know, I didn't say anything about that, right? Let me see it, Andy. Rip herself for 9K plus. Rather have 2 primals and a pair of Challengers. Yeah, I'm with you, Andy. Wind plus rain is a fun mix for a swim. But if the water's warm, it's pretty cool in there. Got 5 inches of snow in this weather too. You know, new rock crawler looking sweet. Thank you, Maddie. I appreciate that. We got 6 inches of sunshine and 70 degrees. I was still in shorts and a shirt today. I didn't go outside a lot today though. I've been packing orders since like 8 o'clock. As in 8 a.m. Thank you so much. What pin are your teeth to run with a Fusion Pro and OD3? Honestly, I don't really know. I think it's around a 15 tooth, to be honest with you. 15 or 16, I think. Courtney Dickey. Yes, yes, okay. Courtney Dickey. I'm kind of thinking you may need a timeout there, Courtney. Yes, I gotta vent sometimes. Maddie, how many chassis you already sell? I don't know, maybe about 40, 45, maybe even 50. Ah, Clayton got you, Courtney. I think it had water was 79. Ooh, if that water was 79 degrees and you're in there and it's freezing up top, it makes you just want to hold your breath for longer, doesn't it? Good luck on getting those orders out. I'm working on it, Mando. The only one excited to build a Ron Burgundy color Exocaged. Ron Burgundy. Ron Burgundy. That's gonna be good. Let me see. Just everything is on each skid. Everything I tried to make it adjustable. Like the skid can be set in different positions here. Not really too much I could do here for the lower links, but on the next iteration chassis, I'm probably going to add a few more holes here, and I might add another one here. But overall, I'm really happy with how the chassis came in. And I got to tell you guys, I opened the package from Vidavon, and I got to see my chassis in carbon. Man, that was cool. That was really cool to see this come in, man. It was just awesome. It really was. I got back into after a very long hiatus. I'm amazed how much has changed. Nitros. Oh, Mr. Sean, yeah, Nitros. The only thing keeping Nitro alive are the 1/8 buggies and 1/8 truggies. Tommy Tyson. Well, I'm still waiting for lighting in the new studio. I've got the walls up. I've got the roof on it. I've got a lot of it. This week, I'm going to go pick up the insulation so I could do the ceiling. Electric should be done hopefully tomorrow. And once I get that done, I should be able to start putting my lives in there. So, but I got to have my lighting done, and I need more lights as well. But I will tell you this much. Out there right now, you really don't want to be out there. It is cold. Now, granted, if it was set up and I was doing a live out there, I would have already had like 3 heaters out there. Like under the table, I'd have like a electric blanket on or something. Because right now it's cold. Which is kind of crazy here in Florida. Anything going on this Sunday at the Exoplex? I haven't scheduled anything. So I haven't scheduled anything. Maybe we'll crawl. I gotta fix the on-road pad as well. Maybe a Ron Jeremy. We used to have this guy here. I think his name was Kenneth. He looked like a little bitty hedgehog. We used to call him like Ron Jeremy all the time. And he would answer with a smile. But was like, dude, you may answer to Ron Jeremy, but you're not Ron Jeremy. I've been talking about making jets for years, and you make it happen. Dude, I've been working. Yeah, thank you, Viking. This thing is awesome, man. Thank you. Nitro still has its coolness factor for about 5 minutes. We might get a set. All right, Mikey. Cold, come to Canada. Dude, I'm a Florida guy. I love the cold. Maybe one day I will go to Canada. Now, I do got to say, 7 with a wind chill of -14 is a little bit chilly. Let's see here. Let's go to my weather app. Let's see. Right now, it is 40 degrees. Feels like 29. Ooh. I might need to go sit on the back porch in a little bit. The high today was 46. Let's see, what's it going to be like tomorrow? Low of 30. So, but man, okay. We got this storm coming through, right? We're talking a low of 30. It's nasty, rainy outside. So they're literally shutting down our schools. Like all the schools are shut down. All kinds of warnings out there. Watch out for black ice on the roadways and this and that. I mean, they are just like in Florida, temperatures like this get a lot of attention. You guys up north, you're like, oh, sweet, I can wear shorts today in this kind of weather. But man, for us down here, it is it's a different thing when we get this kind of chill. Tommy Tyson, bet it's snowing here. It might snow tonight. Whole process of seeing your project come to life. Yeah, see, Enlighten was here, and he actually saw the original frame break in half. He saw all kinds of the whole build-up process of it and everything, man. Oh, Andy is all about the nitros. Which between the tracks, this slash and rust I should get. I don't know, Mando. Maybe Andy can talk to you. Fusion Pro 03. That's a good question. I don't have calipers here, I don't think. I don't have any calipers here. I'll post them on the Facebook page. Newport Aero set to close tomorrow. Scientists not expensive. Nitros are the most muscle cars RC real brushless. Now I do got to tell you this. I have the Challenger, Primal Challenger, and I kind of want the gas version of that. I have an electric one. It's on the shelf right now. I've never touched it. I've never put power in it. I would kind of like to have the gas version of that one for some reason, and I don't know why, but I would like to have that version if possible. Louisiana, it snowed here in Louisiana. Kenneth Lopez, have you thought about selling your 3D printed files for people that have 3D printers? I have thought about that, Kenneth. The problem is I sell the file to you or anybody. At that point, that file is just gone. As in like, you'll say, hey buddy, okay, you want to build this? Look, don't share this to anybody, but I'm going to send it to you. And then him, don't share this to anybody, buddy, but I'm going to send it to you. And the next thing you know, it's on Thingiverse. And there's a lot of time, possibly way more time than expense, considering some of the print stuff. Because in my early printing, I was using the cheapest filament I could find because I had a lot of prints. But yeah, once that STL gets out, man, it's just kind of in the wild. And the next thing you know, somebody will have it on Thingiverse, and it hurts the creator more than anything. It's like what happened to Deluxe with the OD3. They designed it in-house, had it built, but they went through somebody in China that was less than honorable. And this is why you find their transmissions on Amazon for $40. Because once you get over there, if you're dealing with somebody that is, not very honorable per se, they will absolutely sell your designs. I've been dealing with Arthur at Vidavon for, I guess, about 7 or 8 years. I sent him the STLs for this and a few other things, which is why we have them available now. Like these right here. I designed these here, test fitted them, sent him the STL, and now we have these. So, but Arthur owns his own shop. He is the man of his shop. He doesn't farm stuff out. And when you farm stuff out, especially over there, you really can't control who has it and all that. So Arthur, I trust. Arthur has made, I can't name any names, but Arthur has made a lot of parts for American-made companies over here. And I can get anything I need out of him except for those parts. Because he honors that contract. He honors his commitment to whoever that happens to be, that not even I can get those parts. Yeah, and I can get anything. I mean, right there is an 8x8 SCX6 I got to put together. Yeah. All right, let me get back to you guys here. 1 inch of rain is a foot of snow. Yeah, I can see that. 100 executioners set of never stock RC. If you plan to get 100 executioners, we need to order that in advance, like months, so I can get everything done. But speaking of that, I do believe once this settles down and I can get some stock built back up, Dixieland RC is going to be stocking the Executioner chassis. So that should be pretty darn awesome, I'm thinking. But when he stocks the chassis, I'm basically going to set up, like you guys were talking about a kit. It would be basically this right here, rails, this right here, the skid, the links, and basically the full builder's kit like that, specifically for the OD3 transmission, the Fusion, which is perfect in this thing. And then you can do whatever you want with the rest of it. So that is something I really want to do. I don't have to cover that up. But you know what's crazy? If there's anybody at your place of competition, which hopefully you guys will start seeing this in the wild soon, if you go up and you grab it, it just fits so well. It's just, oh man, really happy with that truck. Get south to me and I'll some of the coolest nitros you've ever seen. One day, Andrew, I mean, it was crazy. You're still 4 hours away from DFD. Speaking of DFD, there's Paul right there. What's up, buddy? Pat House, thank you. You can go to EXOCAGERC.com and see more of it. Exocaged RC, that's probably not going to... Did that even link? I don't think it did. Let's go to Exocaged RC. Get that right there. And we go back to the live. How about this right here? That should be a direct. Yeah, there is a link for you. Do I sell 3D printed kits? I have 3D printed stuff here, and you can pretty much pick the parts you want to create a kit right on the website. 8x8, 6x6. Yeah, it's that right there. You want me to show that thing to you? I can show you half of it. I can hear that rain coming down out there. When they come out with a printed stand, all the China, that theft makes me scared to release anything. RC Underdog, let me explain something here. If you're always going to be scared to release something, if you're never going to be able to do it because you're always scared of this, scared of that, you're always going to be exactly where you are right now until you die. You got to take a chance, buddy. You got to get out there. I left a job where is the perfect job. You go to, hang around, go hide a little bit. Every now and then I got dirty a little bit, but man, I left the perfect job to come and do this. And I will tell you this has been, since May of 2023, it's been the best time of my life. It really has been. I do not regret it one bit, but luckily for me, I was able to work this into something that I could actually sustain myself with. I realize that not everybody can do this. Not everybody has, as I say it, thick skin. When you're doing what I do, you gotta have thick skin. If not, little comments will nitpick at you and you'll just run and hide. Don't run and hide, buddy. Get out there, make yourself heard. Simple as that. Execution is a cap of 3-year design. No normal transmission will fit this. You have 65 millimeters between the rails. That's it. 65 millimeters. Okay. So the OD3, the Reefs, and the Deluxe Portal transmission are the only ones that I have that'll fit this. Currently. I want to come out the printer. I think you're doing this right. This is pretty sick. I can't wait to run one. Yes, sir. You will, buddy. Can we see the 6x6? Okay. Yep, I'll bring it down. Do another video on the King Kong Lurker. I don't have the King Kong Lurker. I sold that. A guy had just kept throwing money at me at a UST until I sold it. Andy, buddy, retirement is not what I expected. I am busier than I have ever been. And I look at what I put out in content and I'm wondering, how did I even do this? I mean, I don't think I watched TV in over 2 years. Let me show you the back half of this monster right here. Oh, Vidavon's making tires now, so may want to get ready for something. I got my cat down there. This tire right here is a tire for the 8x8. All right, so with this right here, I can tell you guys the compound feels good for what this is. He'll soften this compound up, get it better, and we'll have a good crawler tire soon. Watch. This is just the back end of this thing. There's a whole nother one of these that go on the front. Okay? And this is actually twice the cost of the Vanquish. Oddly enough. It does have the real wide hubs on it. I'm not going to have the wide hubs on when I do it. But this thing right here is insane. Just insane. And yes, it takes two motors, two ESCs. Yeah, I believe it can fit up to the 70 millimeter Max 4 systems. I'm not planning for that. I'm planning for like 2 Fusionates. I'll be up in the works at evening, working on sometime. Jumping on here a little bit late. To see the pearl codes are amazing. The pearl codes are amazing. Thank you, buddy. Gonna make any nice skids for the TRX4, especially 21 Bronco. I hadn't planned on making any skids for the 21 Bronco, but I would like to do something like this for the TRX4 axle. I would like to do that. OD3 with a new Holmes 10 shooter would definitely give you a good amount of space to run a bigger battery. Yes, it would, Marcus. Like a bomb squad. Pat, yeah, it really is. Thank you, Jim. I get in contact. How can you get in contact with me? Well, you can email me. Exocaged at yahoo.com. I believe that's the correct email. Exocaged, yeah. Anyway, that should be my email address. I have not seen the new Deluxe SCX6 transmission. I was talking with him today because I did talk to Arthur about perhaps coming up with something and doing this in an SCX6 size. Now, printing a skid like this for that much truck, probably not going to happen. That would be a lot of print. It'll more than likely be a like a CNC 7075, but that will be a joint venture with Vidavon on that one. I mean, heck, this is kind of too, but this is my own printed chassis right here. Deluxe. How's it? UATB 18 and you know, Rocket, when you start talking with the smaller scale stuff, I really don't know that I have anything to offer. Honestly, I just don't think I have anything to offer those guys. You got Texoma RC, Maz Designs. They are just incredible designs. They are works of art, and they are so far beyond anything that I can do. I would like to see if I could take like the Texoma and actually make that into a 110 size. But with the links and all the way he's got, it looks beautiful. But honestly, the way my links are set up here, I don't even need that. I mean, look. That is awesome. Oh my God, I want the Bill Joe Girding. I don't need a 4-motor giant. No, sir. Pro code. What the heck? Work of art. Yes. Actually, murder for something like that. Let's get on my TRX4. Yeah, but the TRX4, I mean, I can make a skid to go in there, but you still have to change your transmission because of the way that is set up. I mean, making a skid to go in there probably wouldn't be that hard, to be honest with you. But the stock skid does fine. The stock transmission and all is good. Tires for the Prime was up. Dude, I know, and Arthur knows it as well. Send him an email, let him know. I'm all about it. Deluxe Fab is on. There isn't a new Deluxe SCX6 transmission, okay? One guy commented, so I was like, okay, I haven't seen that yet. You can only pick one, Vigilante or Traxxas X-Max or XRT. I really enjoy driving the Vigilante. With the upgraded gears and all that they have out for it, it absolutely will run with the X-Max. So it's just based on you. If you're going to be doing something a little bit more higher performance, bashing, racing a little bit, XRT is where it's at. What's up, Spa Air Guns? Cool product little right now. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Ken. BMX shot. Yeah, absolutely. Now, if you really want backflips and just monster truck bashing, though, that X-Max is probably still the king. But that Red Cat is right on its heels. There's my poor old XRT right there. I have the Mias axles in stock. I don't know of anybody that has the Mias axles. You can build it with other vehicles and stuff, or other axles and stuff. My goodness, you guys are hitting the website. Oh my goodness. Now, good. You guys are phenomenal. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Thank you guys. Now, I've been building stock for over a week. All the printed stuff, I'm starting to run out of stock. So it might be a day or two for me to get everything done. I'm running the printers 24/7. I'm only using 2 printers though, 2 Bamboo P1Ss. And today, earlier, I was on the click to buy another P1S. So maybe I need to, because if you guys keep this up, I'm gonna have to. I'm not gonna have a choice. Oh man, Deluxe Fab, thank you for stopping in, buddy. What lint shocks? All right, the shocks. I should get those from Deluxe. These are older, I believe the Dravtex. Now they're just called Deluxe shocks, I believe it is. 92 millimeters for this right here. The rears are just straight. The fronts do have the offset on them. So the fronts do have the offset. So you can see I do got the Deluxe shocks on here. It's weird looking down at everything. I can see my double chin better too. That's why I usually keep a little fluff right here. You can kind of hide it by shadowing it out. The front link issues. Front link issues. What link issues? I don't know of any link issues that I've had. Everything clears. But as far as the link issues, like getting them, yes, I've got all the links in stock. Hobbywing brushless 3S, awesome. Man, I'm still trying to get Hobbywing to give us a 4S stubby Fusion Pro 2300 or 1800 kV. I mean, they came out with the Mini, so like, come on, dude. But I want it to fit in the VRD with the shortened system in it for the servo behind the axle. That's where I want it to fit. DSM, I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to. And what stinks is I don't have any affiliates. I don't have anything to actually, get in there with them guys. But they're so big they don't even need my help for a video. And besides, my printer videos are pretty bad anyway. And these ESC upgrades. Trying to shop with ESC is cutting out. I had ESC cutting out issues, but my issues were because I put the 56mm motor in it. It kind of loaded it down, but I put a Max 6 in it, ran good. You can bolt in a Max 6 in the factory holes. They got the holes in there, and you can bolt in a Max 5 too, which I've got a Max 5 in mine right now. Man, LCD. UC Fab. Now, I have seen the UC Fab one, yes. A 4G motor mount for TRX 4 is also a nice little upgrade. Forward the weight. Looks cool, yeah. Are you think about making any monster trucks or no? No, sir, Will Darby. I don't see a need for me to get into that market. Oh, Desfan, yes. When I got the links in, they were I ordered the wrong ones. It was on me. I looked at the order sheet. I ordered the wrong ones. But man, got a hold of Mias. They actually got 100 sets of the 60mm, which is what they're called on there. And they shipped them to me DHL before I got the invoice to pay for them. I'm like, guys, thank you for trusting me. Boom, here's your pay. I mean, it was like, thank you guys for trusting me enough. Some dude on YouTube that makes videos to just send, $500 worth of links, 500. I think it was like 700 or something. I forget what it was. It was a big chunk of change. I've got a bunch of money invested in this thing, guys. So a bunch of money. Mike Arena, yes, sir. Let's go. How quick to 100? Come on, likes. I've seen upwards of 100. I got 170 you guys in with 71 likes. And $2 donated. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. I've been kind of getting hammered a little bit with the orders. When I set the parts up in there, I forgot to put the weights on some of them. And I've been kind of getting hammered. Plus with the boxes being like this, I'm kind of getting hammered on shipping, but it's all good. It's all good. I don't want to make something like that. When's the next Lego video? I have no intentions to do another Lego video. That video bombed so hard. It was like nobody cared. There was one guy that commented something about, oh God, here we have another Jang. Because Jang was awesome in RC, and then he got Legos and got good at that. But I'm like, I even have another little Lego car that I bought just to be ready if that video went good. It didn't. It bombed so hard. I don't even know if I've left it up, all honesty. It was so bad. What are we doing now? You'll need it. I know. I should order 2, to be honest with you. That's another $1,400. Maybe a little bit under. I don't know. I don't think they do any combo deals. Spa Exocutioner, yes. 600 ended up getting fully built faster than it should have. Save for the beast, yes. Leaf in the rear, coil bucket in the front. Chassis would be nice. I have seen the guys do that, but that's pretty much on your dollhouse style trucks. SCX6. Are you selling rear links as well, or is that going to be up to the builder? Yes, the rear links are up there. There are 2 different versions. You got the short wheelbase, which is about 12.8, and the long wheelbase is 5mm longer, and it's about 13.2 or something. Just kind of a roundabout number, but you can get just under 13 or just over 13. Now, having over 13 is great in some industries. Not really so much for the crawlers, for competition crawling, it appears. You're gonna sell your G-Speed to build an Exo, man. Dude, Des fan, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, man. I can't wait to see these things on some of the competition courses. I mean, the way this is right here, I mean, this is everything. And this is why when I would show it, I'd have my hand over this, because nobody cares about this. Nobody cares about that. But that is what the secret was the whole time. And it's all built to flow. It's all built to flow. Can you get this hung up on stuff? Of course, you can do that with any of them. But it's all meant to flow underneath. And the best RTR chassis out there as far as having that flow is actually the Vanquish VRD, which is why I think one of the big reasons why it's so good of a truck out of the box, because they've got their skid down really nice. So really nice. So how long did it arrive? How are the chips? Deluxe Fab, dude, I almost finished off that whole bag talking to you earlier. There's like just a few left in there. Now, granted, it may not have had but this much in the bag. Andy, dude, thank you. I folded it lengthwise. Oh my God. Oh, you must have picked up on that. Oh man, I can't imagine the box you need to ship my order out. Oh, Clayton, I've got a box in there. What's going to be killer is the shipping, because I've got to ship all of that stuff to Canada. Now, if you can wait till Axial Fest to pick up the Creep 6, I can bring it, you know, if you want to wait till Axial Fest, but then you got June, another 4 or 5 months. That's totally up to you. But I do got to get you one of these frames up there. Press Mike. We're going to get more Mias axles, buddy. Just hang on. It's just currently, and they're about to go on their Chinese vacation. So if I run out of these frames, all I'm going to have available is the printed stuff, because that's all I'm going to be able to get. So, and it wouldn't surprise me if I don't run out of carbon between now and the end of the holiday. It would not surprise me one bit. And also, I would like to get like an ice green. Something like this, but green. And I'd like to get a goldish looking color as well. Just kind of spread out on that. I folded it. This fan, dude, the VRD is a well-designed truck, man. Really good truck. It really is. I mean, we had the SCX Pro, just, yeah, and all of a sudden the VRD comes out and just, goodbye. It was just awesome. It's an 850 milliamp battery tray. That's execution I didn't see on the site. Mike, I've got one. In fact, this is one right here. This is for the 850. The problem is there isn't enough room to get it all the way down flat like this right here. It gets into the motor. So the only way to make this go, it would actually be above the frame a little bit. At least one set of holes up, and that could actually get into body. Plus it raises the center of gravity and all of that. There's one modification. I think it might be thick enough right here. It might be thick enough right here that I can taper this and make it go. But as I get parts, as I get things done, they will be on the website. I'll post them on Facebook, which I can't post my own website on Facebook. But anyway, I will be posting things up, special edition parts and pieces, different colors. I'm going to start printing with some ABS. So with the ABS, I can get strength qualities and durability qualities where I think they need to be. So I can actually do skids in different colors and stuff like that. I'm using the best material I've got right now on all of this stuff. I did. Andy, I think you might be the only one that got it. You're the only one that messed it up or mentioned it. All right, I'm back. I had to leave to attend something. I got you, Amanda. I like a silver carbon. Silver carbon. I hadn't thought about that. Hope it really blows up for you, Joe. I love the direction Exo is heading. Des fan, I am doing my best to expand my product line and just expand and show what I can do in this world. It's a highly, highly competitive world. What I don't want is there are some companies out there, they have their little cliques, their little groupies, their little fanboys. And I'm talking fanboys, if you know what I mean. They're little fanboys out there that just poop on everything out there. If you have my chassis, man, I want you to do the best with it, but I'm not asking anybody to go downing somebody else's product. Because believe me, if they didn't have that product there, we may not even be doing this, and I wouldn't even have this available. So I think that would be, to me, it's just not, I don't want to say honorable, but it's just kind of sleazy if you got, oh, I've got the Exo skid and yours is junk. No, theirs isn't junk. It's just different. So, like, that's just kind of my stuff, you know? For you to Vanquish Origin Kit. Yes, I know. I can make it. I'm a machinist. Just a flat carbon stock. It is just flat carbon. So now, speaking of flat carbon, Arthur does. Des fan. Arthur is really good at having carbon. That's really rigid. Anyway, and actually laying it in and having shape. So maybe in the future I can redesign this and I'll have it called the Fat Boy or something like that, where I'll have the same dimensions here, but actually have a little bit more space in here to do the 3 gears with dig and stuff like that. You know, you kind of have a, call it a beer belly or something. I don't know. But just something to change things up, because I really, and I know I've done some chassis kits where they put it together and then what they do is they have this stuff narrower and it just bends the frame. It's, oh, you got to pull the frame in. Everybody's doing it. I'm like, I don't want to do that. So mine goes in perfectly straight as an arrow and everything is worked around it. I want green, purple, or gold. If not, I'm okay with the black. Well, I've got the black in stock right now. It's okay, Courtney. Since you don't have much going on, when can we see that rear diff skid for the TRX4? I'm gonna base it off of this. But when I base it off of this, 99% of the time, it's nothing like it. All the dimensions are different. Now, I did look at the AR-45 rear. I looked at it, I'm like, huh. I got a game plan for that one. So that one may be before the TRX4, but I'm just working on trying to print and get orders done. You guys are absolutely rocking the website, orders, all this stuff. I really appreciate this. This means the world to me. It really does. I just hope that everybody that gets these, you know, is like, man, I just really hope it all works out good, you know? That's what I'm hoping for. So that's what I'm hoping for. I really think they are. I would not sell something that I don't believe in. I get things, people, they beg to send me stuff to put it on the channel. If it's not something that I'm feeling, I don't do it. They'll send me stuff. Hey, I'm sending you this. which is what happened with that Radio Master MT12. Okay, I get it here. It's another radio. I'll work on it. My God, I was making up new cuss words trying to figure that thing out. Oh my God, it made the old Nokia phone look really good. I mean, it's got a lot of features to it. It can work with a lot of receivers. It can do a lot of things, but I just really don't like that radio. So, and they wanted me to make a video. I'm like, you want me to make a fail video for you? Yeah, I just couldn't do it. It was just not my thing. Believe me, I tried. Now, G10 is a good option. I'm just not getting everybody's one-off custom 6x6. You know, I was asked earlier about a 6x6 version of this, but the only way I could think of to do that would be to set it up to where it's use a TRX4 rear axle. You know, that's about the most economical way to do it with a TRX6, excuse me, set of axles on the back. That's about the only way I could see to do it and have it be effective. If not, you're going to have drive shafts running over an axle, and you got rotation and all that to deal with. So, I don't know. I don't really plan on it, but it might well make a great Creep 6 2.0. I'm going to go buy it right now. We're small fight with the wife. Well, you can get the printed version. It's a lot cheaper. Our clone, I think, is a crawler. D-Speed does that. Hey, Trevor, just emailed you of what I'm 3D printing for my SCX6. Do the skid plate for that beast. Yeah, that would be the thing about... I thought about something for the SCX6. I guess it would have to be use the other transmission that you guys mentioned because of just the way things would be on that. I don't know. We'll have to just figure it out in the future. Will Darby, I would like to know. Will Darby, what did Will Darby say that he would like to know? Let me scroll up. Find Will Darby. Will Darby, where are you at up here? Oh, yeah, about the monster trucks. No, sir, I'm not planning to do any monster trucks. Got a bunch of your tire inserts and a lot of my rigs already. Thank you, American. Appreciate that. Recommendation for a bolt kit to buy to assemble everything for Executioner. I like the stainless steel stuff. I do include a little bolt kit with it. Does it cover everything? No. But there are two very important parts of it that comes with it. And that is going to be, put this together. It'll get most of the basic kit together. You're still going to need some bolts to finish your stuff, but this right here is what the front links need. 35mm set screw. You're going to need that. So the guys that have ordered 2 of these, they get 2 of these as well. This way they have this. This is the hardest part to get. I find all my other bolts at like Bolt Depot or something like that. But those long set screws, I had to order them separately. And yes, I've ordered another 1,000 bolts. Different sizes. So I've ordered a lot of stuff for this thing. Let me see how my MT12 a lot. Options. Addicted, then you can work with it. I could not work with it. I use the same Amazon pass-through axle on 4S and haven't broken it. I can send you a link for the right guy to watch about the MT12. His video will teach you everything. I don't have the MT12 anymore. I gave that away to Rob Mirsky of DSM Off-Road. I said, dude, take this thing. If you can target the K44 front axle, make you an RC, but no portals. I just don't know if I want anything from RC 4-wheel drive in there. Nobody anywhere still makes a chassis. If there's nobody making a chassis for the TRX6, that's probably a reason. They probably didn't sell. Wishing I had one now. Charles Pope. Charles Pope, yeah. Do you got your milk and bread to make milk sandwiches in the blizzard of 2025? No, but I have lots of potato chips left over. I bought 4 bags of potato chips. I pretty much ate one while I was talking to Deluxe Fab earlier today. So I want to say is click their icon in the channel activity. Oh, plus deleted messages. Ah. Please support the original of the OD3. Yes, Deluxe Fab. That's what we were talking about earlier today. See, I didn't even realize that Deluxe Fab was the originator of that transmission, and I had already had 2 of them. The one in here is one of them. So that was all news for me. I just found out my cat's on the floor. How was a drag brake on the 1.8 Fusion system? It was actually pretty decent, and the big 6x6 being at almost 40 pounds, it did struggle a little bit, but 40 pounds of truck, it's a big difference. And the Arlarlo, perfect. Back and put it between Churchill. Yes. For sure. Don't like the rest. Much love, Deluxe. Big Egg, yes sir. Grub screw, that is. That is a grub screw, a really long grub screw. Milk, bread, toilet paper, all you need. Dude, speaking of toilet papers and disasters, why do people go crazy and just buy up all the toilet paper? Do they season it with something and eat it? You can't eat toilet paper. I guess you can, but I don't get it. Why wouldn't they buy water and things to sustain life? I mean, who cares? I mean, dude, drop your deuce wherever it is, get you a water hose or find you a mud puddle and muddy it up even more. There's ways to get around without toilet paper. Sorry, a little bit detour there. Sorry about that. The race drones, so I know from that. Deluxe Fab, yes sir. Do you think Rhino axle will work until Muse comes back? I'm assuming they would work. It's really best with an offset front diff, honestly, for drive shaft clearance. Now, on IAQ Master, who is not here right now, he has the Element front end, and it's obviously a center diff, and he actually did get it. It did rub the motor a little bit, but he makes it work, and it actually works really good. 12-inch wheelbase as well. 12-inch wheelbase. Oh, God, it goes there. Deluxe Fab. Yeah, probably right. I do not know anything about a new MK07, although I think they sent me a picture of one with a different paint job. I think so. I think it's just a different body. I don't think it's a whole new truck. I mean, you've got to go through at least 10 different body changes before you change a chassis. Unless you're Traxxas, then you change it 34 times and still have the same chassis. They really need to update their truck. You don't hardly ever see a Traxxas competing anymore. We're all past that. Toilet paper, but Robin keeps 6 cases of it in a spare room. Yeah. Going to have Lance at Hardcore make some link kits for your double bend setups. Also, as I understand it, Lance is just so backed up. You got 2, 3, 4 weeks. I would assume as these kits get out, you guys are going to send measurements to Lance and he'll come up with his own kit, which I think will be phenomenal. I would love to see that. Like I say, I want to see the aftermarket get behind this thing and make stuff for it. I think it'll be phenomenal. I really do. We need serial collaborations like Frosted Flakes getting together with Lucky Charms in the same box. Just mix them in a big bowl and pour half into one, half in the other, and there you go. You're all set. Yeah, maybe that was it. Yeah, I remember a little bit of something like that, South Florida and Addicted. Yeah, I may have a picture somewhere on the phone, but I don't know where it's at. But they're in a great TP short of 21. I got for a bash now, not a trail truck. I mean, it's okay for the trail. I would probably take a T-Rex 4 on the trail just because they're virtually bomb-proof, you know? Put a good motor in it, good ESC, servo, and it's bomb-proof, man. You just generally don't break them ever. Do I send stickers with my parts? Yes, I sure do. Right, and see, that's the thing, American. Like, when I needed these links, I needed 100 sets. I can't imagine the wait time from Lance to get that to me. I've got his links, and they are absolutely some of the best links on the market. They really are. But the quantities that I needed to be able to do this, I couldn't use them. I just couldn't. Whatever links you need for these kits. Well, Deluxe Fab, I will send you some measurements. If you want to come out with different link kits, tell you what, I'll give you a call, and I'll probably send you a set of printed rails and a skid. If you want to build off of that to come up with stuff to get us different link sets and all that, different wheelbases and all that, I'm all for it, buddy. I'm all for it. AliExpress BDA, so I the camera would work well. Offset front differential. That would work good, Time Hobby. Yes, as long as it's offset, you'll be good. JK for the reason Chinese execution mullet. IAQ Master is here. Yes, the great foot-long mullet of IAQ. Yep. Okay, Joe, this fan, awesome, buddy. The Lucky Charms cereal bars are delicious. I have not had those. What are my thoughts on the new Vanquish release? That is phenomenal. Love it, but I'm not getting it. They would, if you see one of those on the channel, it's either somebody else's that they sent me for review and I got to send back, or they sent me one, and that's not going to happen. Especially not with something like that. I think they're all numbered and all that, so yeah. I get a CJ7 Jeep body without having to get the RTR. I don't know. They don't sell the body separate? I have looked into that, Pat, but honestly, it's the whole China thing. Money to get them to be able to sell them, to make a dime on them, it just doesn't work out. Fab, perfect, excellent. So I will get with you, and I would love to see link sets for all kinds of axles. I mean, I've got my guys here testing like IAQ Master, Viking. I got John here, which he'll be testing his soon. I got a whole team, but if you want to make an actual setup, drive shafts, everything, we need all of that so they can order the full link set, the proper drive shafts to make everything work. I would love to see that, man. I really would. Would love to see that. I ruined it when everyone had to replace all those awful Stance RTR. The Stance RTR links were bad, but they fixed that. They finally fixed that one with decent ones. Fit them at Deluxe, absolutely. IAQ slacker. Been here in the shadow. Oh, he's been here watching. Oh, all right. He's just waiting for me to say something. I want you, speaking of IAQ Master, I've got a lot of products, okay? And I said, dude, try this. He'll try it. Yeah, you got something going here, but I don't know. I don't know. This is the first thing that he's absolutely in love with. So with him saying yes, yes, and being all about it, I know it's a winner. For real. That was awesome, man. Like, finally, I got something to make the old guy happy. Let me see. Not for $3,000. What about the Low C Promoto SM? Dude. Have you seen that on other channels yet? I haven't looked. I think it's out, I think. But I've got one. And dude, I had so much fun in the parking lot with that thing. I was even able to make laps on the oval with it. It's got a different wheel attachment to it. It's nice. I'm really happy with it. But same with Executioner from Deluxe 2. There you go. Deluxe, I'm going to have you something shipped out tomorrow, buddy. Text me or message me or something like that. Go at Larry Arnett. Are you doing a live tonight? Nope, no live tonight. Anyway, text me your address where you want this shipped to, and I will get something sent out to you so we can get some different link kits and stuff like that going. I think it'll be phenomenal to have. Double cardan drive shafts for 12.3. As awesome as that sound, the only way it works here is that there's a bearing in front and a bearing after. A double cardan for a drive shaft, and you don't have that bearing there. What you end up with, you have to have, and I used to have these drive shafts, I'd break the ball out of the middle of them. You had like this little centering ball, this attachment deal, and that's what actually kept things in alignment, kept the drive shaft in alignment from flopping around, because these axles, I don't have a set out here, they'll just flop back and forth. They only work in this situation for this design. So on the actual drive shaft here, if you have so much angle that you really need something like that here, you need to look at your setup and make some adjustments to it, to be honest with you. Okay, so RC Sailor's got a video out on it. Excellent. Seen a serious view, only thumbnails. Might consider buying one. Frankie, the TWS VTG80 is an awesome CJ7 body. Nice. Do you remember the Granite Grom in a ref vault? I never use it, and I'm giving it away on my channel. If you don't, you got that Granite Grom, man. I had Vidavon stuff and everything in there too. That was a good little Grom. Yes. Awesome to get any of your transmissions with a dig unit. Dude, American, I was talking to him about that today. I'm like, can you get us a dig on your OD3? Be phenomenal, man. So that would, because I've been asked a few times about a dig for this. Well, you can't just fit a normal 3-gear into this. It just doesn't fit. You got to have the LCG style cheater transmissions and stuff like that. So that's what you got to have. I mean, heck, this is one of the skids with the Mia's transmission in it. And you can't even, you can't make it work unless you have a 380 size motor. This is a 540 Holmes right here. So there isn't enough room because the rails go in here. Okay? In here. Well, Mike Rainey, get with Turtle RC. Maybe he can cut you a deal. Or go to his channel and do a, get yourself an entry. Speaking of giveaways, you guys may not have seen, in fact, most of you probably did not see, my review on the little scooter from Caroma. Well, I'm in talks with them right now to do a giveaway on the channel of an actual P2 scooter. It's about 550 bucks at last I checked on that thing. So they want to do a full giveaway on that. Basically, what you would have to do is I would post up a video two or 3 minutes long, and you would comment, I subscribe to both Exocaged and their channel. It's kind of a drive thing because they want subscribers to their channel, right? They're giving away a $500 scooter, which, dude, I'm telling you what, I changed the seat out to a big fat boy seat. I like it. I had the little bitty tire one, the first. Ended up giving that one to a buddy of mine. But this one, the larger tires, keeping this one, dude. It's nice. But anyway, that might be something coming up soon. Unit, I saw the thumbnail for it. Something, you know, I will be truly impressed with. Awesome. Thank you, IAQ Master. I appreciate it, buddy. There's a guy working on those. It's not us, but they are using our gears and shafts. Deluxe, we need it, buddy. Ground Turtle RC, I'm interested in it. Sonita RC, love to get my hands on one of them. Deluxe Stumpy motor. That ground was cool. ECC pit bike. Oh, yeah. I will have it when I go to ECC. I'll have it when I go to Beat the Creek as well. So, yeah. Now, dude, I'm going to be honest with you. If anybody at ECC is comping an Exocutioner, dude, I don't care where they place. I want the video of that. I think it'll be so cool to see. Hopefully there'll be somebody there with an Exocutioner out there running. I think it'll be so awesome to see, man. Really looking forward. I just hope that when these things get out to everybody, they don't come back with all kinds of complaints. I mean, they shouldn't. They shouldn't, right? I mean, I've been testing it. The guys around me have been testing them. So, I mean, the Exocutioner, the frame rails do come out just in front of the axle housings, front and back, is just there. They're just there, right? I'm talking like within a couple millimeters. The only thing that worries me about that horrible group that called Sorca, that so many people like to kiss their butt and, you know, hang out with Sorca, I'm not a fan of Sorca. So if they have any grudges against me publicly coming out against Sorca, this will be it. But the only thing they could probably ban me for will be the skid. That's the only thing on here that makes a difference on this truck. Frame, it's just a frame, nothing special. But the skid is where it's at. So, at least in my opinion. You happen to stick your finger in a light socket. Ah, Southport, you just noticed my hair? No, man, it's cold and it's all frizzy. The wife has been saying she's going to cut it, but I think it's looking pretty good. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty good, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm from the 80s, okay? Big hair is my thing. Peg Bundy is looking hotter and hotter the more I watch. You know, I mean, I'm old. Speaking of that, typically when I'm working on designs or something in the room, I've got a TV over top of my computer, and most of the time I'm watching Married with Children. I got all kinds of stuff on there, man. All kinds of stuff. Al, that dude's a legend. Let me tell you. If he's going to tote a butt whooping, he will tote the butt whooping like a man. If he's going to give one, he will give it like a man. I like that. That's just so awesome. Love that show. Man, how my buddies are when they each other. Let me see here. Portal rear, element straight, front axle, flip diffusion pro. What does South Florida say that could be mean? Oh, light socket. When earlier in this video I mentioned about you can't do what I do without having thick skin. Yeah, none of that bothers me, buddy. You're good. I thought it was funny. Dang, Joe. Until the Executioner gets banned up with Reef's transmission. That's right. With the straight axle front and the portal rear, the Reef's transmission gives like the perfect overdrive. So just a thought on that as well. I know I'll always have complainers. Now, some people said that they don't want links. They want to build their own links, and that's a builder. That's a builder. Flock of seagulls. Fast forward through their snoo and look at what's new. I admit it. Love and marriage. No peg. Returns of TNG. What is TNG? Thing? No ma'am. Oh yeah. Their little no ma'am thing. I remember that. We're starting to get the hint with the amount of backlash they've been. Dude, they've been banning the J. I believe they just brought back or allowed the J Concepts Boss Man's back in. I mean, dude, they had their purpose. They were able to create an atmosphere, create a platform to build and have competitions, but it's just like an HOA. They just get overbearing on stuff, you know? So when I go to ECC, honestly, I'm there for the MOAs, the Supers, the Sporties. I'm there for those style vehicles, really. You know, that's kind of my thing. But if somebody comes up and they show me this, I'm going to be like that little groupie fanboy. I'll be following them around everywhere. I got to see you drive this thing. Really. How much is a carbon kit versus a 3? It's about a $60 difference. Now, I know I was saying 120 bucks or 60 bucks. You can totally get that for just under 120, but the links add to it a little bit. I didn't have a choice on those. Got your next release hand warming remote grip. It's freezing down in Houston. Yeah, but that only happens a few months a year at the most. Jeremy T, what's up? What's going on, Jeremy T? Just enjoying the cold weather here in New Jersey. Major RC, what's up? Pat House, Star Trek Next. Oh, the Next Generation. I got it. TNG. I remember that now. Oh yeah, that's Captain Picard. What did Captain Picard say to number 1? Didn't he say use the Force or something like that? No, that was a Vulcan thing, using the Force, wasn't it? Is there going to be, we can get all your parts at one price like a kit? The way I was going to set it up as a kit, it would have set you on a very specific path exactly to this. So what I did was I broke it up and made it a la carte. So if you've got the Outrunners, if you got the Reese transmission, if you got the Deluxe Portal transmission or an OD3, you can build it the way you need it for your design. I mean, I could put this together right here, but I mean, these axles, they may not be right for where you're comping or where you're running. You know, you got to look at your area and what you're doing. Even though I've got these as narrow as can be, I mean, the wheel nuts are actually the farthest point out on this rear axle. It still may be too wide for you. So I'm trying to correct that. I'm trying to come out with a new axle housing too, or new axle. We'll see if it happens. If it does happen, get ready. I got a lot of things cooking, man. Oh man, so many things. Doors are starting to open up more and more. Hopefully with this chassis, they'll see that I'm really serious about this stuff, and hopefully I get some more doors opened up. Like I said, I want to have my own tire, but then again, that compound has got to be right on the money. It's got to be something that can hang with these Deluxe right here. Dude, I really like these tires. I really do. I'm actually wearing these tires out. I've been driving them so much. But these, the Megalithics, are phenomenal as well. I mentioned a new tire design to J Concepts to see if they can make that, because their green compound is just walking all over everything around here. I'm not sure about where you're running, but they're doing so good. WRCCA, yes. So it looks like, yeah. Yes, Billy, everything is separate, because if you want to build a Fusion, then get the battery mount for the Fusion, because it fits the Fusion, right? If you want to build and you're going to have the a Revolver or something like that, then get the other one so you have more room in front of it. So, I mean, I'm trying to make it to where when you're using a different motor, I can make use of the space that's in front of that motor, so you don't have any wasted space you could use. So that's the whole purpose for that. And then if you want to go out and do a line killer, constant climbs, well, that longer wheelbase is going to be better for you. If you want to comp twisty turny, the shorter wheelbase is where it's at. So that's why I try to make it as versatile as possible for everybody. But I do get the kit, and you buy the kit, you got to have this, and this, so you can actually make it work. I totally get that. It takes the guesswork out of it. It makes it a simple list for you to purchase and pop, make it go. I totally get that too. And maybe after this settles down a little bit, I'll be able to get into that a little bit, but we'll have to see. Hopefully it'll work out and we'll be good to go here. At least I'm hoping. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I got a lot of work to do. Wow. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you guys for these orders. Man, this is phenomenal. Man, you guys get this chassis, man. I want to see videos. I want to see your modifications. I want to see how you build them. I want to see all of that. Hopefully Deluxe is on here so we can get an update on their tires, because I really like these tires. Your go-to tire, pepper try. I do remember that, Clayton. In fact, we, in our rebellion against Sorca, we allow the ruptures in class 3. Fully legal with us. And we have this class called Scale Sporty, in which that's where your cab-only trucks go, with your chassis hanging out the back or something like that. That's where they go. And you can run pin tires in that one. Yeah. So we use what rules we see from any organization, and I use what makes sense to us. And I've been hosting events. I've been hosting events for probably 25 years. I was hosting real truck events. I've held real truck events right here in my backyard. I've been in all kinds of newspapers many times. I've been featured in the newspaper. I've been featured in Four Wheeler Magazine. I had Four Wheeler Magazine down here for one of my events. They took, for all you guys that used to follow Top Truck Challenge, Toby Lavender, Robin Stover, they came here and brought the Mega Titan back when they had that truck all the way here to compete in my event in Ocala, Florida. So I've been in the magazines. I've been on Extreme 4x4 with Ian. I've done all of that. I hosted the big bouncer events. And like I say, when you're out there with these bouncers in Alabama, Kentucky, and you're up there doing that, it's a whole different atmosphere. Like with us, you can kind of be a little smart mouth a little bit, and everybody whines and cries. Out there, you be a little bit of smart mouth. You might come back with a shiner. And you're not calling anybody to come help you. You're not I'm gonna take you to court. No. There's no witness to anything out there. It's men being men. You want to stand up, get ready to put up or shut up, or get shut up. It's just kind of the way it was, you know. And I'm sure it's still like that out there too. But I haven't been in that world in so long. Oh man. Oh, Iron Rocks for the win. Love them. Fat kid, no ice cream. Yes. Show the S off again. I missed it. You missed the Executioner. Cha-ching. Now, there is something I do have on here that I haven't put on the website. I've got little pucks in here. Now, that's a whole different STL. They're kind of a pain to print. They like to pop off and all that. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably actually link those up on Thingiverse to allow you to print little pucks to kind of seal that off, to make the skid a little bit smoother. Let me see. Post that to your website. Post the Executioner website on the Facebook group. Dude, I cannot post it, but other people on my own page can post it. But I can post any affiliate link I want. I cannot post my own website to my page. But if I post, hey guys, can you post a link to my website? Boom, it pops up perfectly. But I cannot post my own website. And I don't know why. I don't know why. And of course, Facebook never responds. I don't have 1 million followers on Facebook. So, nobody cares, right? I want to do stupid steep verticals. Well, buddy, this thing right here, I got to make a new test too. Now that you mentioned that, I'm going to have a transition. It's not going to be a lot of transition. It'll be probably like this right here and then this. So very little transition. But the goal is going to be to see how far up you can actually drive under power. I'll have like grip tape on it and just see how far up you can drive. What you'll get to see is there a torque twist in it? Is there a torque twist one way or the other? You'll be able to see a dynamic vertical ability of any of my trucks. So that's what I'm gonna do. I've got the piece of wood out there getting rained on right now, so it gets nice and naturally transitioned. So I'm going to build that. And it won't be about testing tires. It won't be about testing any of that stuff. It's all about how steep can you take that truck up before it comes over backwards. Simple and easy. At least that's what I'm thinking. I don't have a crawler yet, so I'm just planning on making my first one. Well, Billy, you do this one from scratch, you're going to be starting out with a really good crawler. Believe me. More iron rocks, 475 in the coming weeks. All right, so in the coming weeks, you're going to have gold and everything. But a comparison, the J Concepts Boss Man versus the Proline Aztecs. Mike Rainey, I can tell you right now the winner of that. I feel it will be the Boss Man's. I just really do. Chassis affordable too. James Wise cover. That was one of the biggest things. I did not want to have one of these $200 chassis that these guys are pushing nowadays. No, that's not what I wanted to do. American, you're right. I like the Aztecs. I do, but they don't beat the Boss Man. See that part's coming up. I'll get you in contact with him if you want. Parts coming. You're talking about parts coming up. Get zucked. Deluxe. Yeah, I agree with you there. Parts come out my printer. My bamboos, perfect. But the other one, that's when I printed all my chassis on. Everything was good. Good, but now it's like I can't get anything to stick. I ordered a new bed for it. I don't know, maybe because I saw where one guy said that he put like the rubbing alcohol on it, and then the glue sticks. None of that worked. Changing temperatures up, down, all around, none of that would stick on a thing. So maybe I somehow messed up the bed on it. So that a new bed should be here, I guess, in about 2 or 3 days. Put that on there because if the carbon chassis sell out like they probably will before I can replace them, the printer can be the only way, and that's the only printer I've got that can do it as far as the size of the chassis and everything. Now keep in mind, if you have a special order and you want a printed chassis, say a little longer or a little bit of an adjustment, I can probably do that for you with the printed chassis. Obviously, I can't mess with the carbons once they're done. But on the printed, I can actually make adjustments for you if you request it. And give me a little time to work. Wish some of the RC events I could act like I was a real 4x4 event and shut some people. Tommy, buddy. Ooh, it's a whole different mentality, different world. And also when you're out there running with these guys, especially the Alabama guys, buddy, they're sipping on moonshine all day long. Yep. They have a verbal filter the size of a screen door without the screen. So, yeah, they will tell you all about it. Frost quakes? What's a frost quake? Is that something you get from Dairy Queen? There is no option for the kit, just the part. Yes, you put the parts together and create what you need. Same thing. I've already went through the nozzle. I've already been through all of that. I'll get with you in contact with a guy. He lives in the north side. He's the same printer bed from when he bought his printer over 5 years ago. Well, I don't know what's going on with mine, but it just doesn't want to work. Burgundy rails onto the side. I'll set some Ron Burgundy rails to the side for you. Honestly, the reds are not the hot seller. I suggest just replace it. I've done that. I've replaced the nozzle a few times. My son is in Fort Walton. They've been getting snow since. There's no snow here. We're getting rain. Moonshine. Someone said moonshine. Oh yeah, lots of moonshine out there, buddy. Soon frost quakes was the. Now I've heard of snow thunder or thunder snow, when it snowed and you get lightning through it or something like that. I've heard of that. Obviously in Florida, I've never seen it. Price on the printed chassis. Can't have one in southern Arizona. Way too hot. If you keep the body on it, you should be okay with the carbon fiber. I'm going to start doing some out of some ABS here soon. I've got a bunch of that ordered. And supposedly the ABS is better thermally than the PLA carbon fiber. So it's supposed to be a little bit better in the extreme hot and cold. A little bit more stable. Out of the way. But yeah, I think carbon would be your best way. Frostquakes are what happens when water underground rapidly freezes, causes the dirt and rocks to expand, much like, oh, wow, you're getting underground freezing? Florida would just simply cease to exist if that happens, dude. Our water pipes and all that stuff, that's right, you guys got everything sealed and protected. Dude, our stuff is just sitting out there, man. We rarely get this kind of cold. Badlands of motion. The printed chassis are made of a PLA carbon fiber. It's actually really good stuff, by the way. I took one out. I put it in the freezer, let it freeze for like 3 or 4 hours. Got back, and I was able to bend it like this far right here, and I stopped. It didn't break. I had it bent pretty good. So even in the cold, it was flexible enough to not break. That was one of the tests that I did, you know, just trying to make sure everything is as good as I can get it, you know. Prepare yourself. Gonna bring some of my own concoction for Badlands. Now, speaking of that, Clayton mentioned this to me, and I can't believe he hasn't mentioned it here, that we're wanting to put together a full run of executioners. So everybody there with an executioner, at some point we all head over and jump on that trailer and go to the big quarry, which I think will be phenomenal. Just all of us with a whole bunch of executioners, man. That'd be like phenomenal, man. I've been chasing these winter storms back and forth from coast to coast. My 4th trip across currently in Pennsylvania. Marcus. Frostquakes are when a fat girl gets cold and her fat ripples. Yeah, that could happen. Never heard of guys printing bodies out of TPU saying it won't crack and bust because they are squishy. TPU is actually really durable. Like, this is one that I did. This is not a production one because I wanted to see height, so I got 2 holes in it. This is not a production one. But, dude, this stuff right here can absolutely take a beating. I mean, this is... TPU's tough. It really is. Now, a TPU body, like what Justin's saying, yeah, you will pick up a lot of weight. But it should be durable, though. And if you make it just right, it should be springy enough to bling, bounce it back on the tires. Drone shots of all the executions would be just a drone shot of just trucks. You wouldn't be able to tell what was underneath them. I mean, we would, but nobody else would. TPU belly. Imagine drone shot. TPU body is very heavy. The only thing we might have issues with is the transmission not being a 3-gear. The rest of it, pass up. Well, yeah, we got that. See, they told me that they told me not to bring my raminator or ram bouncer because it didn't have axial axles. I said, this isn't even in the same classification. It's not even it's not even a competitor to axial. It's a very small, expensive niche, you know, in the RC world. Yep, 5-minute warning. You're right. I had actually planned for tonight to be 1 hour. I got a printer sitting idle right now that I got to go get to. I got to get more parts on. That was a whole bunch more skids. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll be fine. I don't know that we'll be able to enter them in any of the competitions, and I don't know that these are actually suitable for their competitions. Really, they don't actually have a rock crawling competition. They got the basher comps and stuff. They got those, but it's not really rock crawling. Badlands are in Attica, Indiana. DSM Off-Road. 2 of my Crealities are broke. Not fixing them. What's happened to your Crealities, man? Message me, because I probably dealt with whatever's broke on your Creality. I had one of them. The filament went in, but it went outside, not down into the tube to the head, and just filled the whole cavity up. It made a heck of a mess, but I got that fixed. Just take one of them apart. It's actually pretty simple inside, honestly. Archaic. Just sipping half the day. Heads are frozen? As in they're not heating up or don't move? Check your belts and make sure that it's not, it doesn't have a lot of filament wrapped around it. And your store couldn't find a cost for the Executioner. You got to click on the Executioner chassis. The printed ones are $29, and these are $69. It's on there. Just click on the chassis, and you'll be able to see it. In your store, Gary searched the store for the chassis. If I had $29, I believe. Yes. Filament filled the heads. One of the ways when I've had that happen, what you do is the best way to get that off. Go into your settings and do a preheat TPU or preheat PLA on the printer head. That way it warms all that stuff up, and then you can take it off. If you try to take it off cold, you're just going to tear everything up because it sticks really good for some reason up in there. But yeah, you got to turn your printer head on, the hot end, let that thing get up to temperature, and at that point you can usually peel all that right out of there pretty easy. There's a little rubber grommet piece, I believe, on the SEs, I believe it is, and just kind of peel that off, and don't burn yourself. It will darn sure put a whelp up like a soldering gun. But yeah, just get into that. Yeah, I've got one of them actually in there right now that's filled up too. But the other one, I got it all loose. It is molten plastic. Oh, where's the memory giveaway? Dude, I haven't done one of those in forever. You're right. I wonder what I could do. I know what I could do. Good idea. I might see if I can put up a video and see if we can do a memory giveaway. I mean, since I've got the website now, I could just give a discount code or something on that for the website that the winner could use, right? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I have got to go see what I can do about taking care of these orders. So I do have that Lego kit still. I do have that. But yeah, guys, let me let you go. I've got a lot of work tonight to get done. Rick's RC Crawlers. Buddy, welcome to the bronze member. Heck yeah, buddy. At this point, I got to go, though. I got a lot of work to do. Oh, you guys have been awesome. Thank you guys so much for the support. It means the world to me. And I'm on it. You guys have a good one.